Hi, I'm Don Carroll. I'm here with Bud Nixon. We are both members of the board of the Baltimore International Seafarers Center.
Um, There are about 2,200 ships that call in the Port of Baltimore every year. Each one of those ships is crewed with maybe 25 or up as high as 30 people on each ship. Well, quick math shows you that we have 50,000 foreign visitors into the Port of Baltimore, the city of Baltimore, every year. Now, these people bring the ships in with the cargo that we use and need on a daily basis. Important. And the seamen that bring the ships into the port are important. All right, we've got 50,000 of them. Now, what's the life of a seaman? A lot of them sign long-term agreements with steamship lines to serve on cargo vessels so that they can support their families. Some of these contracts are so long that they're really not even there to see their families grow. Some of these guys are at sea for a year or more. They have small quarters. This is not a cruise vessel. They're working hard. They're in bad weather in the North Atlantic and every part of the world. So they can't go out and get a pizza. They can't go down to the movie theater. They can't go out for dinner. They have no church to go to pray. So when they hit port, they have a lot of needs. And what the Seafarers tries to do is to fulfill those needs that these seamen have. We pick them up from the vessel, we escort them through security, we take them shopping, we give them church services, we take them to the doctor. Whatever these people need to do, we try to help them.
But tell them how our importance has increased since 9/11 and the security issues.
Good point.
All that, you know?
Prior 9/11, the seamen used to come in on the ship and simply discharge and walk out to the corner, and we'd pick them up or they'd get a taxi cab or something. Now, since 9/11, security is so tight that you have to have a personal identification, which is called a TWIC card, and that's a Transportation Workers Identification Card, to even get into a marine terminal. The seamen cannot get off the ship and simply walk across the terminal. They must be escorted, and you can only escort a certain number at each trip. So often our people are making 2 trips to the ship to get the seamen out of the terminal. So Donnie's right, it tightens up. So we're doing our best to put a glad hand out there, as these guys are our guests in Baltimore, to help them out, to do the best, so that they can have a better lifestyle. I mean, we'll take them off and we'll help them make communications with their families by computer or by phone. And some of these seamen have been out of touch with their families for months. For months. Has my wife had the baby? How's my mother feeling? You know, that kind of thing. We try to help out. And we do the best that we can do with what we have. We've got active and interested volunteers. We drive a fleet of vans out to shuttle these people around. We are supported by the business community in the Port of Baltimore to a degree. We're supported by a small fee that we charge to the ship for our services. We collect all kinds of donations, but it's tough work, and we're here to do it, and we feel it's important for us to give something to these seamen as they visit Baltimore.
And we feel that we need to take some time to add a little ease to the life of the visiting seaman. As Bud said, they sign contracts, and once they've signed that contract, the ship owner doesn't have any obligations but to feed them and to give them medical treatment. More often than not, compliments of the captain on board the ship, and the basic necessities of life until their contract expires. And if they stay for the full term of their contract, the owner sends them home. and then they have to sign on with another owner or the same owner, but probably not the same ship. So it's a life that keeps revolving and developing. And we feel that we can provide them with the kind of comfort and assistance when they're in the port that these guys need.
So on a ship a week or so ago, and talking to some of the crew, and one fella had not been off that ship for a year's time. Imagine being away from home, cramped up in a small quarters, not being able to go anywhere or do anything for a year. A year, that's a long time. So I think a well-kept secret in Baltimore, as the Port of Baltimore is a well-kept secret, and we need to speak more to this. We need to publicize it more. We need to get more people understanding what's going on in the Port of Baltimore and the seafarers. So the Baltimore International Seafarers is here for that purpose. Well, interrupt, yeah. Well, I didn't want to run you over. I mean,
No, I understand. It's okay. I'm sorry I didn't let you introduce me.
well, yeah.
But I figured you'd screw it up.
Jeez.